Hey friends, welcome back to another awesome episode of The Word on the Street Is, where we mention it all about your favorite Bravo celebrities and the shows that they star in.
Today we're joined by our friend Phil, who we've had on a couple months ago, but he is on for a second time. So if you want to just introduce yourself again.
Hey y'all, thanks for having me back. I'm Philip. So excited to be here again and catch up.
So you gave us your Bravo palette last time. Now, do you have any changes or like anyone that's really sticking out that you really like now or dislike more?
My Bravo palette has changed really. The first 5 that I gave, it's still the same, but like I said, I've definitely had a lot of different fans. So the 5 housewives that I don't like, oh God, Carrie, number 1 on Dallas.
She's your new least favorite housewife, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
she's my least favorite. Yeah, she's number 1 right now. She's been problematic this season of Dallas. And yeah, as much like in a way, I do feel bad for what she's going through, but like your behavior still really doesn't justify. Yeah, Cameron's actually my least favorite housewife, number 2 right now this season.
Okay.
Especially with the reunion. So she's number 2. Number 3, are friends of allowed?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, actually number 3 would be right now, like, look, Fallon on Atlanta, the friend of. Yeah, and number 4 would be right now Melissa. Yeah, number 4,
Yeah.
Melissa on Jersey. Like, what's your storyline right now?
Or ever.
Or ever? Like,
Girl, bye.
yeah. And number 5 would be Ashley on Potomac.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't really like her, but she's just I didn't find her interesting last season. I don't know.
She can be annoying.
She can be annoying. Yeah, she can be annoying. So that would be my least 5 favorites.
All right.
Change.
In just a couple months too.
Right.
Yeah, I can definitely see why Carrie and Cameron have jumped onto your least favorite list. They're my least favorite Dallas housewives.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think Brandy's actually worse than them though.
I could agree with that too. Yeah, I could agree with that.
They're all pretty bad besides Deandra and Tiffany.
So now I wanted to touch a little bit on the Watch What Happens Live special that was a blast from the past, and it featured 6 housewives who are no longer current housewives. It included Jacqueline Larita, Gretchen Rossi, Taylor Armstrong, Adriana De Mora, I think from Miami, that's how you say her last name, Phaedra Parks, and Jill Zarin. So I thought it was like a really great combination of housewives from the past, and I thought it was a really good episode. What did you think, Philip?
Oh, I loved it. It was a really great cast for the show. I really liked it. It was nice to see everyone actually, and it's kind of surprising too. Like, some relationships have changed and some, never really changed. Like when Taylor said she doesn't really talk to Brandy and Kim, I'm not surprised. What my highlight really was when Phaedra acknowledged Kenya's comment about her behavior towards Apollo. It seemed, I really like that. I was like, oh, okay, like they can definitely bear the hatchet.
Did you say Bolo?
Not Bolo. No, for Apollo, yeah, I really, I like that. Kenya is, I have a love-hate relationship with Kenya, but when she also made that comment, I was like, all right, well then you acknowledge that your behavior was not the greatest, and Phaedra acknowledged that too. So that was really my highlight of that episode. But overall, it was really nice to see everybody, even Adriana, and also Jacqueline she looked very different. So even I think Taylor looked a little different too.
Yeah. I only got to see like a little clip of like when they raised their hand if they wanted to come back or not. I was
Mhm.
actually really surprised to see Taylor raise her hand just because of everything she went through on camera. And she keeps a really low profile. She doesn't really have social media. So I
Yeah.
was surprised to see her even raise her hand because I figured she was just like done with that part of her life.
Yeah, that surprised me too, because yeah, she's very low profile now. We don't
Mhm.
really know much about her, you know. I mean, but yeah, that was so funny when Andy also kind of acknowledged that meme, but that was hilarious. But overall, yeah, that was my highlight. Really, it's a good episode, and the whole Phaedra and Kenya thing. So that was a good episode.
So now we were going to touch on some Bravo news and the Real Housewives All Stars, which has the whole Bravo verse buzzing. Everyone's really, really excited about it. They've just wrapped up filming, but we still don't know when the premiere date is going to be.
Yeah, I'm excited about that actually. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, we'll get the date soon.
Yeah, I would guess probably like late summer, maybe like August or something, because it's not that many. I'm guessing it'll be like what, 4 or 5 episodes. Like it's
Yeah,
gonna be just like a little short series.
yeah,
So
Well, and it looks like from all the photos we've been seeing that like Kyle and Melissa are getting along really well. Like Melissa has her store Envy of obviously that we all know about. And Kyle's been like wearing stuff from Envy and posting about it in her stories. And then you can see they're just like really close together in photos. So I could see them bonding really well. Kyle's such a girl's girl. Like I'll give
yeah,
her that. I like how Kyle is with her friends for the most part on Beverly Hills. And I could see Teresa getting very jealous of Kyle and Melissa being buddy buddy.
yeah. And of course we all know about envy because Melissa doesn't stop talking about it.
right.
And also there was the Husbands of Jersey Watch What Happens live special where all the husbands had their tagline. And of course Joe had to mention envy in his as well.
Oh my God, that's like basically their
So
rehearsed story. I call it rehearsed story. But yeah, I'm excited for the I'm really excited for the All Stars. I wish
yeah.
it's on Bravo, not on Peacock, but it's
Yep,
fine.
I will be subscribed to Peacock now. I
Yeah,
mean, it's free right now, but I wonder when
right.
they're gonna make it like charged.
Right.
Also,
We'll
Um,
see.
should be available through Hey You.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm
I
excited
also
for
heard
that.
that Cynthia and Kyle got into a fight, but I feel like that would be like the most boring fight ever. So I don't know.
Right. That would be I'm also curious like how Ramona will be towards anyone.
Kenya.
Yeah, or Kenya, or like how Teresa would be towards anyone too. But like I'm pretty because I feel like her to Kyle, Teresa, and Ramona, they're basically the OGs. Like they've been since the
Yeah.
beginning.
Mhm.
And Lou. I mean,
And
Lou was a
Lou.
friend of, but one season, but still.
Yeah. I'm excited for that.
I feel like Teresa's just gonna like pretty much keep to herself, honestly.
Yeah, and then she gets mad when Melissa doesn't do that. Like Melissa is a pretty social person, and I think she kind of like well, at least from my vantage point, it seems like she stopped hanging out with her girlfriends as much when she married Joe. And then she started getting back into that when she joined Jersey. So I think she's just like, she really likes getting to hang out and make new friends right now. Like she's just at
Yeah.
a place in her life. And Teresa's like so immature in that way. She's going to see that as like a threat. Like, oh, why does
Mhm.
Melissa want to hang out with me? She wants to hang out with everybody else.
Well, I think Joe is also a reason that like holding Melissa back from doing stuff too, because he acts like she has to be home and like with the kids and making dinner too. So like, I don't think it's just Teresa.
Yeah.
And so we also have some really crazy rumors that just came out of Atlanta. And that is, and we don't know how much merit there is to this, but that Porsha could be engaged to Fallon's ex, Simon.
I don't
I'm really confused
know.
by it. It feels too obvious that they would be engaged, but like, cause with like the ring and I don't know, the body language, I think they're just trying, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but
I
it's
saw that on
weird.
Instagram and I was like, hold on.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that was like Fallon's ex until like somebody pointed out because he was like barely on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dennis, the reason like it gives me pause to not just dismiss this as complete like garbage from the rumor mill is that Dennis commented on the photo and was like, congrats, Porsha, excited for like you in this next chapter of your life. So like who says that for like do you think he's just like on board with this ploy, or does he know something we don't?
Yeah. Yeah, that was very interesting. So maybe she is engaged with him, maybe she's not. But yeah, that picture really, I was like, something's not right here. Like, what's going on here?
And Fallon also unfollowed Porsche on Instagram. So
It
Oh,
makes
she
me
did.
wonder if there was some overlap like between Fallon and her husband getting like separated and divorced. I wonder if like Porsha has something to do with that, because if they've been together like since Fallon and her husband broke up, that's a pretty short window to get engaged.
That's moving
yeah, and
really
he's not
quickly.
even like even close to being divorced. So that's why I'm like, I doubt that he would like engage someone literally like a month after separating from someone else.
Yeah.
It just
Well,
doesn't seem realistic, although it's like reality TV. So, but if that is true, then I would like to see Fallon full time next season to see all this go down.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
that would be so
So
I
I
want
don't
to know
know.
more of her, so she won't be my least favorite. Because I just felt like I
Yeah.
didn't really get to see her as much on camera. So I was like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think that's her fault though. I mean, she
Yeah,
was only like a guest. I don't
yeah,
think she was even like a friend. So
yeah.
So we all were so excited that RHONY finally premiered, and we've got 5 full-time cast members: Ramona Singer, Countess Luann, Sonia Morgan, Eboni Williams, and Leah McSweeney.
yeah, so we started out with some Leah. She did mention her surgery, and I just wanted to say I had the same surgery as her. So surgery twins. And she is converting to Judaism. What did you guys think about that?
Very interesting. Yeah, no, it was interesting, but I'm happy for her. You know, that's great. Good for her. And she upgraded her apartment too. But yeah, overall, I was so excited that RHONY is finally back. I'm so excited. That's like also my next favorite housewife. You know, Beverly Hills is my number one. Then I have New York. So I was so excited, and I like Ebony too. I'm excited to see more of her. Um, yeah, overall, I'm excited. Like I noticed that like from the comments on social media, people were like, "Oh, it's kind of boring." But this is episode one. I think the reason why they think it's boring is because like apparently people are like cutting down on drinking. But I mean, it's
Mm.
only season one, so I mean, it's not season one. It's only the first episode, so just kind of easy on that. But yeah, overall, I'm excited. I'm excited for Ebony. I'm excited to see more of the New York wives, and yeah, and then Leah. I'm glad she's back too.
I'm really excited about Ebony. It is so long overdue to have a person of color on RHONY. Like New York City is one of the most diverse cities in the country. So I'm all for the diversity that they finally are bringing to the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. And you know what I'm excited about? um, when Heather is gonna start showing up, and then her and Leah kind of go head to head. I'm excited to see that because I'm now curious as to why she stopped filming.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't like Heather at all. I never really liked her. And
Yeah.
now she's saying she stopped because of Leah, even though, like, when Heather was not on the show, she was talking shit about everyone on Watch What Happens Live. And she's been on the show for like 3 years. So now all of a sudden she can't handle the drama. It's like,
Yeah, like holla, bye. So
yeah,
I'm just curious as
holla
to
mama.
I'm just curious to know like how is that all gonna go down, really?
Yeah. And
Knowing
then I'm
Leah,
excited to see Leah call her a Karen.
I'm so excited. I
She
love Leah.
honestly is a Karen. She like is always in everyone's business and just acts like a know-it-all. Like
Yeah.
I just don't like her.
Yeah.
And sorry to circle back to Ebony, but I just wanted to give like my initial thoughts on her. And so far, I'm really liking her. I think she seems pretty genuine from like what we've seen of her. She was like talking very openly, and because it did give me a little bit of hesitation to see that she worked for Fox,
Mhm.
but it doesn't seem like that like affects her like views.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked Ebony. I mean, I'm not like it's only one episode, so I'm not like, oh my God, I'm obsessed, but I feel like she's gonna be a good addition. She's educated, she's outspoken. I think she's gonna hold herself well in drama. So I'm here for it. I mean, she's not gonna take shit from Luann or
Yeah,
Ramona, like, and you need someone like that on RHONY. Otherwise, those other women will just like overpower you.
Yeah. And she has
exactly.
the same type of dog as Michael. They both have King Charles
Yeah.
Yes,
Cavaliers.
Her
that's so
dog just
cute.
doesn't have the white,
Yeah.
so, but they're pretty similar.
I'm really excited for her. Yeah, and like I agree with you guys too. When it's nice to finally have like someone of color joining the New York franchise because they needed that. Yeah, New York being so diverse, and it's kind of nice. And maybe someone needs to put Ramona in her place too.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to see more of her. Overall,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little concerned because I just think that 5 Housewives seasons are really hard to pull off. Like we saw Atlanta this last season only had 5 full time, and I just feel like it doesn't. I feel like it works a lot better with 7, at least 6.
yeah.
So I'm a little worried in that aspect, but I still think it's going to be a good season. And then we're going to have Bershawn, who's going to be the new friend of too. So
Hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And I'm also wondering if this relationship between Luann and Ramona is going to last throughout the entire season.
probably
We'll see.
not. I
Probably
mean,
not.
their relation, they've known each other. I mean, they've both been on all 13 seasons, but um it's up and down. I think right now they're on a up, but it could change easily with Ramona. I also love the Tom Terrace scene. I thought that was so funny.
That was hilarious. That was so funny.
Oh, like
That,
there's no way that she didn't know that that terrace was there when she moved in. I'm sure that was like a selling point for her.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's not really just the apartment. I'm sure you would know because you obviously, I mean, I don't know when she got the place, but it's like you would know.
I wouldn't,
Totally.
well, I wouldn't want to live somewhere where you could see your ex's balcony. Like,
That feels so on brand for Luann though to want to like keep tabs on him. Like
yeah.
she said it like because then she'll know when to stay away from the Regency. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's why you like to keep tabs on him.
Yeah,
I think you want to see him at the Regency.
right.
So that's just typical Lou. Luann, it's always the same with her. She'll like pretend that she's had these like new growth periods. She's sober. She's like in this new chapter. She's this. And then it'll turn out the whole time that she was just faking it.
Exactly. That
Hmm.
that's her. That is so Luann.
It's nice to see her sober. It seems like, I wouldn't necessarily say that she was an alcoholic. I just think she went through a really tough time. And so it seems like she tried to get back into drinking and it wasn't, now she's just sober. And I think that just works better for her. I don't necessarily think she was ever an alcoholic. I just think she's just better sober.
Yeah.
And Leah, I liked seeing her go to Leah for support. I thought Leah seemed like she seems like a really great person to lean on, like if you're having trouble maintaining sobriety, because that's one of the things I like most about Leah is I don't get like judgment vibes from her with that kind of stuff. Like I'd never see her judging someone for like having an alcohol addiction, any type of drug addiction. Like that just isn't who Leah is.
Yeah. And Leah's already been sober before. So I think it was easier for her to switch back. And obviously, we saw last season, like, she had some crazy moments, which
Right.
I enjoyed, but I'm sure Leah's the same way. I think she's probably better off being sober.
Speaking of Leah, what did we think of her confessional look, like that pink and black look with like it was like a halter top almost?
I like her looks. Like I like that one.
Yeah.
And then there's also like this like neon green and black like
Oh
zebra-ish
yeah.
look, which I really like. I liked her look that she wore to Sonia's, although that look got dragged a lot. But I like her style. I don't know.
I like her style too. She's not your typical New Yorker, like Upper West Side, housewife. She's a downtown girl and she's more
Yes.
expressive. I really like her.
Yeah, I'm not hating on that pink and black confessional look. And I say what I'm about to say as a compliment, but it gave me like old school Melissa Gorga confessional vibes. Like she wore like a really similar pink halter top, like back in the day, like pre-nose.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
and that was the vibe I was totally getting. But as y'all know, I love my girl, Melissa Gorga. So props to Leah for giving me vibes.
It's
Yep.
funny. I actually liked Melissa the first few episodes, first few seasons of her in on Jersey, and then I just want more of her. And I think right now that's why she's my least favorite.
Yeah, I didn't actually mind Melissa back in the day. I just think the more it progresses, the more she annoys me.
She's gorgeous still. Like she's aging very well.
So Michael, let me ask you this. Who would you prefer, Melissa Gorga or Siggy Flicker?
Melissa. I mean, I would take Melissa still over like Jacqueline, Siggy, Kathy, Caroline. I actually hate them probably more, but
I forgot about Siggy. That's how irrelevant she is.
Soggy.
Soggy.
Soggy. Oh my God, she's
The
like
twins, Amber. Like, I actually really don't like anyone from old school Jersey besides Dina and Danielle. That's like not on right now. Since we're talking about Jersey, should we just get into Jersey?
oh yeah, let's do.
Yeah.
Um, I wanted to start off talking about Jen and her mom because they got into a pretty big fight. Jen had invited her over, and her mom basically just said like she didn't want to see her. And I felt bad for Jen because I think Jen actually had really good intentions with the like mother's party and then with like bringing up the living situation. I think she just wanted to show her mom like it's okay, but I think her mom's just really like hypersensitive to the whole situation. So
Yeah, that was really sad to watch too. And yeah, that was very sad to watch because yeah, she really was just coming from a good place. And like you said, yeah, her mom is just very sensitive, and it's just the whole dynamic of her family right now. It's really sad, like, and I don't know much about like their culture, but yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. And you know what? I actually like Jennifer this season. I'll admit I did not like her last season. She was annoying, but she grew on me. Like I like her.
That's exactly how I feel too. I used to find her like really annoying. I think she's having a great season currently.
I
yeah,
like
I
her a lot.
know that like Jersey is supposed to have a cast shakeup. I definitely think like Jen has earned her spot on there. I mean, I've always loved her because she's messy, but I'm happy to see like people are liking her more now.
I really like that scene of her. She was like stumbling drunk. I was like, I want to hang out with you.
Been
You seem
there.
fun. Yeah, like been there. I want to hang out with you.
And
Yeah.
Overall.
during her tea party when like she's talking to Teresa and she's like, yeah, I don't really drink. And Teresa was like, you don't drink?
And production like rolled back
Yeah.
like
Roll the
wow, you're
tape,
so
like
shady.
roll
Bless,
the tape, Lisa Barlow.
bless. Yeah. Roll tape.
Roll tape. Um, I thought that we were gonna see Louie last episode, but I guess we didn't. Are we gonna see her? Are we gonna be able to see Louie?
Yeah, next.
We have to. It literally ended with him walking up to her front door with a cliffhanger to be continued. If he's not in next week's
course.
episode, then I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he will be because they like literally showed his face. So
They've literally teased him every single week as being on the show.
because there's not really anything going on now, like since the Jersey Shore trip and like all that big blowout, like nothing's really happened besides like some Dolores relationship drama.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
we have left is the Halloween party where we see that Joe goes up to Marge and is like, so you called me chauvinistic? It's like, yeah, because you are.
Exactly.
I also really didn't like Joe Gorga as much right now. I think with his comments and his views, like I don't know, it's very chauvinistic, and he's so old school. I mean, I get like yeah, like you're so old school, but it's not like that anymore. Women will work. There's working women, and Melissa was like that before she married you, and that's I could really see Melissa's side, like really wanting to get back into it because her kids are getting older. She can't just be at home all the time. So I could see that, but like he's very old school. It's like insane to watch, but
Well, yeah, Melissa has so much work. She has to go to trunk shows and make red
right.
carpet appearances, and it's just a lot.
Her, I mean, yeah, when she said that, I was like, there's no trunk shows right now. There's no fashion shows right now. There's COVID. What are you talking about? So, like there's no trunk shows. Hello, New York Fashion Week's not even really happening. So what are you talking about?
I know.
Oh my God. That was
Her,
so funny when she was talking about like that. And she was making it seem so serious. Like she's like Tiffany Moon, like I'm an anesthesiologist. I'm in the hospital 6 days a week.
right, like
Exactly.
Melissa, there's no trunk shows. They're all virtual. So what are you talking about? And then
Yeah.
her fight with Joe Gorga, I said, I can't. What's going
This whole
on?
thing seems fake. Like, I don't even believe that Joe had a kidney stone. Like I just can't believe anything that goes on in her world anymore. I have no trust with her. So the kidney stone thing, I'm like, that's probably fake.
Right. I tweeted a lot about, because I have a Twitter, it's like mostly just all Bravo and Housewives. But yeah, I tweeted about that and I was like, is this kidney stone also like rehearsed? Like what's going on?
Well, it just like felt convenient. It was like right before they were gonna leave, and like it felt like a cop out. But I don't know. I have
Yeah.
no trust for her. So
Yeah. And the whole, yeah, I mean overall the season is okay. Like I think I talked to you about it, Mike, about like me not really a big Jackie fan too.
yeah.
So
I think this will be Jackie's last season. I know that we're supposed to have like a shakeup. I definitely think Jackie's gonna be gone.
I think she's done after this.
I mean, I think pretty much everyone else will stay. I wouldn't mind a Melissa demotion, but
A
No.
friend of, yeah.
yeah. But I mean, they put that casting call out like while the season was airing. So
Yeah.
like I said, they weren't very happy with the season, and like I think the first half was really good, but then it just got kind of boring.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm not mad that they cut it short if there was like really nothing else happening. Like, don't waste our time
Yeah.
kind of thing. And the reunion's only going to be 2 parts,
Wow.
which
That's
it's
very
typically
short.
3.
Yeah,
But
that's very short. But I'm
Wow.
excited for Teresa's new man. She seems very
yeah,
happy. She seems very happy, and her kids are basically like supportive of her. It's just so crazy to watch now that Melania is how old?
15.
15? Jeez.
Mhm.
I
I
feel
know.
very old watching these kids now.
Yeah.
I know, like Riley going to college and
Yeah.
Melania, and yeah.
Antonia's like old
Antonia's
now
the same
too.
age as Melania.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we are going to leave the Garden State and head over to our ladies in Texas, where we had part 1 of the reunion.
So, what were our favorite looks and our least favorite looks? I can go first. I really like Tiffany's. I thought it was a little basic, but I liked it. And I actually like Cam's. Like in her picture, from like one angle, it didn't look good, but like on video, I think it looks good actually. But the rest I didn't really like, honestly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I actually like Cam's look, and also Tiffany's. Yeah, nothing really. Like the looks were okay. It's not as exciting. Overall, like I mean, I even Deandra's, I was like, you look like
Mm.
a principal.
I know. I
But
really like
100%.
Deandra, but that was a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
My favorite also, I liked Tiffany's a lot. And Stephanie, I thought her makeup looked flawless. And I liked
Mhm.
the top of the dress, like
Yeah.
this part, like on her collars and shoulders,
Yeah.
gorgeous. I didn't like from the waist down.
The waist down. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I like the white kind of flowery part, but then yeah, the rest I didn't love.
Yeah, the cut and like the flow waist down was not for me. Didn't like it.
Right.
I'm not
What was
giving
Brandy wearing? Oh, wait.
We can't even see her. She doesn't even have a fucking ring light. So
She looks so bad.
Horrible. Oh my God.
yeah.
And Carrie, oh my God, I rolled my eyes so hard. And she's like, I have to get ready all by myself. I'm so bad at makeup. I was like, first world problems. That is not what most people are worried about when they get COVID.
Yeah.
I know. Oh,
This season was definitely overall meh, but
I know.
Deandra definitely grew on me this season. I think she carried the season, her and Tiffany.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I posted an Instagram story of her and Tiffany, and she responded. She's like, "Thank you so much." And then we like talked for a little bit about her COVID and how she's feeling a lot better. And then her calling Carrie out, "Who's the COVID girl now?" I was like, "Oh, she called you out." But yeah, this season was overall like okay. I've enjoyed watching Tiffany on my TV.
Yeah.
Cameron, I can't with her.
Yeah, I think Cameron is one of the most overrated housewives like of all
Yeah.
right now. I never like really got the hype from her, and now I feel like people are like seeing it more. Like I think she's kind of quirky in her confessionals, like I've said, like when they did the trip last year and she had the little whiteboard. I thought that was funny, but like
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
think
funny.
that didn't like warrant her to be like a favorite at the same time.
I think with her too, like, I don't know, she's just annoying. She's an idiot. Like,
Exactly.
especially with the reunion right now and her comments towards Tiffany. And I think she's really reaching. And I think it really just you could see it, like she's reaching, she's looking for a problem when there's not really a problem.
She always is.
Yeah.
Remember last season with Stephanie? She had a problem when Stephanie said the word like surface level friends, and she wouldn't let that go for like the whole season. It's the same thing. I mean, she just gets something stuck in her head and she can't let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's not intelligent, and Tiffany just highlights that. And Tiffany's not even doing it on purpose. I think Cameron thinks that Tiffany is coming after her intentionally, and I really think Tiffany is just that much smarter than Cam. It just feels like she's coming after her.
Yeah, and I think I liked what Tiffany said. She's like, well, if there's something in your teeth, don't you want me to tell you? It's like the same thing. Like, I don't think I can see how it could come off like condescending, but I don't think that Tiffany like means it that way.
Yeah, she's definitely didn't mean it that way. And personally, I would like my friends to correct me if I'm not saying it right. You can correct me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the whole chicken feet thing with like you're trying to set me up. I was like, at this point, you're just ridiculous, really. Like you just look stupid at this point.
Well, and then her trying to like school Tiffany on racism, like, oh,
No.
the stereotype of the mom throwing the shoe. I'm like, who are people that told you? A bunch of white women? Like,
Yeah. And that's one of the
reasons
reasons why I follow Tiffany, because like her TikTok, her TikTok is like just funny. But yeah, I mean, you can't really tell someone that's like racism when what they're trying to do. What we're trying to do is like, this is what we've experienced. Like my mom did throw a shoe at me if I don't study. Like yeah, that was relatable. Yeah, she definitely did more than one shoe. More than one shoe. She did for sure. That's why I was like laughing when I saw her TikTok video and I saw that and I was like, she's imitating her mom, because I've done it. So
Yeah.
But I think Camera at this point, she was just really reaching. And
yeah, and her saying that stereotyping is racism is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. Stereotyping can play a part in racism, but not all stereotyping is racism.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Like she's just stupid.
She's
I
just a
do feel
privileged
bad.
white woman from Dallas who's never dealt with like any like issues at all. Like
Right.
she
Like,
just
girl,
doesn't know. She's just ignorant.
that's yeah, exactly what it is. You lived in Highland Park, Texas, so you're not,
Yeah.
yeah. Carrie, on the other hand, too, like she's just so problematic this season. Like I said, I do feel bad for her going, dealing with her divorce, but I could, I could see that, but like it still doesn't really justify your behavior. Like just because
Yeah.
someone's going through a divorce doesn't mean that you have an excuse to act like an asshole.
Yeah.
100%. I
So
mean, I will say, I think Carrie has sort of grown on me in a way. Like, I don't know, she's somewhat entertaining and she's not as annoying as Cam,
yeah,
but like, I don't love her. I mean, I'm not surprised by the divorce announcement. I think that was a long time coming. Even when she started last season, she was trying to make her own money so she wasn't dependent on her husband. So none of that came as a surprise, I don't think, to anybody.
yeah. I'm curious about the part two of the reunion, I think, because I think they're gonna talk about
Brandy.
Brandy and that video and the video of Brandy's husband.
And somebody sent it to her daughter's Instagram.
That's messed up.
Ooh,
That is so messed
That's bad.
that's really bad.
And then in the commercial, Deandra mentions Leanne, but I think they edited it in a way. So
Yeah, I'm curious, but yeah, like Deandra definitely grew on me.
Yeah,
I like Stephanie, but she didn't really have anything going on this season.
yeah, I think Stephanie, like I personally think Dallas should be canceled, but if it comes back, I think Stephanie and Brandy need to go just because they don't really bring anything. For sure, Brandy needs to go. Like I just
Yeah,
don't see her coming back. And
yeah,
Stephanie's just like doesn't have a storyline or she doesn't get involved in drama.
yeah,
She just says like, "Girl, can you not do that?" Like that's
yeah.
it. Like she doesn't do anything. I
It,
mean, she's a nice girl. I like her just fine, but I don't really need to watch her anymore.
yeah. I did kind of tweet about her and Brandy's like friendship. Like Brandy can be kind of problematic. Yeah, Brandy is also just kind of like whatever. But they do have a really good friendship.
Yeah, they have a nice
Her and
friendship.
Stephanie, they have a really good friendship.
I enjoyed it like first like couple seasons, but now I just don't really care about them.
Yeah, I'm just like, all right, what's next?
Yeah. But the fact that they put Dallas like after Watch What Happens Live was like really telling to me.
Yeah, I think so too. That was definitely interesting. I was like, okay, this is really
Because it wasn't starting until then like 10:30.
yeah, I was like, I'm going to bed. So
I just don't think they like really care about Dallas. Like they don't really advertise it. They put it in bad time slot. Like I mean, I understand to keep like the RHONY stuff together, but I don't know. I'm sure they'll bring it back. It doesn't make sense to me.
yeah. Do you guys think that Tiffany might be coming back considering about her comments about being on the show?
I think that if it's renewed for a sixth season, there's a good chance she'll come back. I don't think that, like Michael was saying, I really don't see Brandy coming back. I could see Stephanie coming back as a friend of, and I just want them to bring in someone like new and fabulous if they're going to continue.
Yeah, it feels like right now a lot of the cities need to go through like a shakeup. Like obviously OC and Dallas, but even Atlanta I think needs a good shakeup. I think Jersey's gonna have like a mini shakeup. I think the cast is mostly good, but I feel like a lot of them are like in a transition period right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe.
Speaking of cancellations, we didn't touch on this, but Don't Be Tardy got canceled, and and I wanted to see what you guys thought about that.
Buy wig. That's all I have to say.
My wig. I think it's unrealistic that it'll happen. I would like to see Kim join Real Housewives of Atlanta because I still really like Kim Zolciak. I think
Girl, you're the only one.
I love Tardy for the Party. I listen to it like
Yeah.
every day lately.
I can
I
listen to her music, but that's
I've been rewatching Atlanta, and I really love Big Papa Kim, but after she meets Croy, I honestly just don't care about Kim. Like she just gets so boring and like
Yeah,
doesn't do anything.
I think
yeah.
that's the problem for me. I have trouble letting go of Big Papa Kim because that's
Yeah,
so iconic.
She
because
was
that's where
fun, Big Papa Kim.
I was too. Like before I just have been doing my rewatch, I was like, Big Papa Kim, like she's iconic and her music and the delusion. But then like once you like watch past that, it's like it's really not like
Yeah,
she
I'm
doesn't go on
rewatching
the trip.
Atlanta
She
right now
stays
too.
home with her baby. Like she's not interesting.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Mike. When she met Croy, she got a little boring.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, there's really nothing. And like, okay, you're gonna have your spinoff, but I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm just glad that the show's canceled. I mean, I was surprised that people still watch that. I've watched like the first few seasons of it,
Me too.
I don't
but
think people really watched it, but it still got better ratings than Overserved. So,
I mean,
Watched
so
the first couple, like the first season, which was Don't Be Tardy for the Wedding. I watched
oh yeah,
that one, and then I watched like the next maybe like 2, 3, and 4. And thank God the episodes are only like 30-minute episodes. Because
yeah.
even then, it always felt like they were kind of stretching for content.
yeah.
It, and then they always had to do like a theme. Like the last season was like they went on like a road trip in like a RV because
Oh yes.
there's no content if they're not like doing something or going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad
then
that's
Brielle just like annoyed me. Like I don't know, I don't really like the way they parent. They're like way too like helicoptery, and then like Kim is so dependent on her kids that like they they like have trouble moving out, and I just think that's really unhealthy. So I don't really enjoy that.
yeah.
Like
I'm glad
Brielle
that's
got an
over.
apartment, but then she wouldn't spend the night there because they're like too dependent on each other. It's just a little weird.
It's
They're
weird
like
for sure.
very much best friends, like her, Brielle, and Ariana. And we could see that like from the first season of Atlanta. Like Kim literally said, I want them to view me as their friend.
Mhm.
Yeah, which I think is fine, but then if your kids like can't be independent, then there's an issue.
Then yeah, there's really an issue because that's you're supposed to be. But yeah,
So,
I'm just glad that's canceled. By
I
way.
mean, I think there's a chance Sheree could come back to Atlanta, and we know that Kim and Sheree are still friends, so we could potentially see her. I just thought like when she did try to come back, it was kind of a flop. Like, remember she didn't go on the trip
Yeah.
again. Yeah. Well, since we're talking about Kim, maybe it's a good segue into Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely. This Atlanta reunion, we're on to part 2. I'm really glad though this reunion, it may not be the best, but I'm glad it's still a 3-part reunion because
Mhm.
maybe it's just the Bravoholic in me, but it's kind of sad to me when like reunions get cut down from 3 to 2.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't like love reunions. Like I think a lot of most reunions are pretty filler and I think could be done in 2 parts. And so I kind of appreciate when they don't extend it to 3 parts if it's not necessary. Like I thought this part 2 was kind of boring. Like there wasn't really that much that stuck out to
Yeah.
me.
I feel like too because there really isn't a lot going on, so like you could have it covered
It's
in 2 parts.
all the drama is like Bolo, Kenya versus
Versus
Drew, Latoya
Drew.
versus Drew. Like all of that could be in 2 parts.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually just watched the part 3. Yeah, the reunion today because I missed it yesterday, but yeah, I don't really know like really the whole issue with Drew and the profit thing. I don't it's weird to me. Like I guess I just don't get it. I
It's
really don't get it.
dumb.
It's dumb. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. Like it's Latoya's business. So like why does it affect you?
Get a new prophet to do your thing. Don't blame
Yeah,
Latoya for
don't
ruining your kids'
right.
thing.
Don't blame Latoya like that. That's it shouldn't have an effect on you. And the whole and just back like I think too, it's kind of sad that I think Marlo kind of turned on Porsha. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
that was
sad.
shady.
It was very shady.
I
Marlo.
didn't really
And
like Marlo this season.
yeah, I enjoyed her the first few episodes. When she pulled out that tape measure and the temperature, I was like, she's so extra.
Yeah, that was
But
funny.
that
Marlo
was really
is not
hilarious.
a nice person. Like we've seen that. It's like when she told Kenya, like, oh, I mean, I know Kenya has her flaws, but when she said to Kenya, oh, no, your own mother doesn't even want to be bothered with you. Like that is a really evil thing to say to somebody.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was very evil.
but at the same point, I think that's like kind of what's good about Marlo is she's almost like not loyal in a way that it like shakes things up because you never really know what's going to come out of her mouth. So that's like what is good about her, I guess. I was just
Yeah,
mad because she turned on my girl. Whereas if she turned on Kenya, I'd be like, okay.
yeah. She
I
turned
mean, I
Porsche.
don't
That
hate
was really
Ken.
sad.
Like, I'm a love hate with Kenya as well.
Mhm.
But
I'm surprised that they did not invite. Well, I guess not really surprised, but I'm surprised that really Tanya just stopped showing up.
Yeah.
no,
Done.
they didn't even really mention her either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
mention it
because
all.
yeah, she didn't really show up. Like she just kind of disappeared and like just stopped. Also, I wish they brought Fallon to the reunion for a little bit. Um,
Yeah, although I feel like Fallon didn't really do that much. Although I didn't really feel like Shamia was that involved this season. So I don't see why they couldn't bring Fallon on.
yeah,
I was dying when Shamia was like, stop adding an L to the end of my name, Marlo. She keeps calling her Shamil. Like it's Shamia.
yeah, that was so funny. It was so funny, and it's like I want to see more. I wish Shamia would get a peach. I mean, I'm curious about her life and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually just watched an interview with her and she said that they've offered it to her, but her husband doesn't want to be on, so she wouldn't accept a full time. Whereas part time, she can be on without her husband.
Her and her
oh
husband are cute. I was looking at their Instagram and they produced one of the most adorable children I've ever seen. Have you seen
Hmm.
Shannon's daughter, Philip?
yeah,
She is
yeah,
so
so cute.
unbelievably cute. Like,
Also, why did Drew mention her Step Up movie from 2006? I thought that was so corny. Like, I'm sure she still gets like royalties or whatever, but like that was 15 years ago.
Yeah, Drew, I haven't. Yeah, that was 15 years ago. I mean,
I've never seen Step Up.
it's a good
I've
movie.
seen it like a couple times, but
I liked it. It was all right.
I just know it's the movie where Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan met and ended up becoming romantically
Yeah,
yeah,
involved and
yeah,
obviously married and now divorced.
hmm
yeah.
That
It
was a
was a
sad
good movie.
breakup. I know they're not a Bravo couple, but I was actually really surprised when they announced their split.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't really follow them, so
I only followed Channing Tatum. But yeah, that I didn't see that coming. But yeah, and then also when Drew said a prayer before, I was like, oh my God, girl.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Drew will probably be back next season. I'm not like mad about it, but I also don't like love her either. So
She deserves a sophomore season.
yeah,
Yeah, she's one of those housewives too that like, okay, I don't really like you. You're not really my favorite, but I'm curious to know more about you, so I hope you would come back
Yeah, like I don't
for
have
another
faith
season.
in you.
yeah, I don't hate her. I just like,
I'm still bitter that Claudia Jordan didn't get a sophomore season.
Yeah, I wish she kind of did, but I don't know. Like she was really just like a one-term housewife.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
I mean, they could have kept her instead of bringing on Kim Fields.
yeah, another one season wonder instead of just having
Yeah.
Claudia
Oh,
on for
poor Kim Fields. She was not made for reality TV. She
That was a poor casting
poor
choice.
casting.
she was so annoying. Like I just rewatched season 8 and like she's just a really lame person. And I don't I don't understand why her husband would even want to be married to her. And I know that sounds harsh, but he was like, you don't have any friends. Like, who would want to be with someone that has no friends?
Well, then
Yeah, she,
that's why I'm like, well, why did they cast her just because she was in one like TV show or whatever? Like,
yeah, that was
she's
definitely a
not
point.
interesting.
She was not interesting at all. Poor
What
Kim.
did you think about when Kenya pulled the chair from her?
Oh my God. That was like the one of the moments that I like about Kenya. That's what like I said, that's why I have a love-hate relationship with her. That was one of the funniest things that she's done. I was like, this girl,
Yeah,
messy.
like
It
I
was,
thought I was fine with it because I hated Kim. So
I thought it was appropriate, but was it hilarious? Yes. I just thought Kenya just made herself look bad when she did that.
that was
She
kind of
definitely
like
did.
when Tamara pulled the chair on Alexis.
Oh yeah, you get out.
So now we're going to head out of the States and into the blue waters of Croatia to talk about the most recent episode of Below Deck Sailing Yacht.
Yeah, I thought this one was kind of boring. Besides Allie and Danny randomly hooking up, and then like Sydney walking in on Allie and Gary kissing, I didn't really was like, okay, it's an episode.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I've only watched like bits and pieces of this season overall.
yeah, I actually am really surprised at how much I've been loving this season, even though this episode was a wee bit boring. I think this whole season has been a really pleasant surprise. And I only even started watching the Below Deck shows because of being an audience member on Watch What Happens Live a couple of weeks ago, where two of the guests were on Below Deck.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the chef. She's my favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually did the cooking class. She did like a virtual cooking class, and I did that with her. So
Yeah, I
that's why
like
I
her.
like kind of like her because I got to kind of see her. And then Allie and Danny, the stews, they were on there as well. So they're all my favorites because of that. But I
Yeah.
actually like them all the best anyway. So
Yeah, I like this. I just like watched just bits and pieces of this. I haven't really watched Below Deck in a while. The sailing yacht, yeah, just bits and pieces. Overall, it's an okay season. Really, I liked it. But
Mhm.
yeah, last episode was like okay. All
Yeah,
right.
compared to like the first season of Sailing Yacht, this season's way better. I mean, I don't mind Below Deck. I definitely don't think it's like Housewives like
Mhm.
level for me because I watch it for that. But I think it's definitely like interesting with like the traveling aspect and stuff. What are
Um,
your thoughts on Vanderpump Rules coming back?
I don't even know why it's coming back. No one really works there anymore.
Exactly. It should be Vanderpump Moms at this point.
Yeah, Vanderpump Moms, that should be it. But
They should just rebrand it because exactly nobody works there at all. Like Raquel is the only one and she's not even like a full-time cast member. It doesn't
yeah,
really make sense.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I don't even know why they're coming back. Like, what are they just gonna maybe focus on the Toms, Katie? I mean,
And
and
Sheena being pregnant will be
Gina
the
being
right.
pregnant.
And Lala being pregnant or just
Yeah,
having her baby.
but like they don't even really talk to each other anymore. So, and
Yeah, it's like Tom, Ariana, and Sheena, and then like everyone else. So
and everyone else. So, and how are they even gonna film that? Because like it even took them a while for the restaurants to come back.
Yeah.
yeah, and then they did those teasers, which were kind of weird to me.
I mean, Lisa just needs more coins, probably.
Yeah, her overserved show was a flop. So
It was definitely a flop. I watched that. I was like, this is boring.
she might need to come back to Beverly Hills because she's probably needs some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Craig
I wouldn't mind her coming back though, in a way. I mean, yeah.
manifesting that right
Uh,
now.
I'm good. I don't need that woman in my life anymore.
I do.
I wouldn't mind it if she would come back. I wouldn't
Well,
mind
if
it.
she would actually like not run away from all her problems.
So Thank you for tuning into another episode of The Word on the Street Is. We are so happy to have Philip on our podcast again.
Yeah, we'll definitely have him back for when Potomac and Beverly Hills are both on.
Yes, I am so excited. Thanks again, guys. It's been so much fun, and I'm glad that you guys invited me back for the second time. And it's been great catching up. I know we all like catch up on like social media, but hopefully in person soon. So
Yes.
I'm so excited for that. But yeah, it's been great. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we will see you next week for another episode.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.